Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase, our marathon tech-priced SpaceX Extreme. We are currently working on our faster than light theory B, 16 million of red and green over 1 minute. We only have 2 more researches to go. As far as building components goes, we have the fusion reactor, the Astrometrics lab, and the FTL drive, and then we're all done. And in fact, the Astrometrics lab is loaded up on board a train, ready to go. And I'm just debating with myself whether I want to launch that up immediately, as we normally have been doing, or come over here and sort out a bit of a crisis in copper. We need to move these guys around a little bit. We could move this guy just over slightly. We could even just pop him up sort of to over here. This one could probably just slide down, actually. It certainly needs to be done. The other thing that I have done, though, is this is, believe it or not, our Iron 1 stack. I have gone through the whole thing and put it into this tightly knit build. It is a little bit wider still than where the trains come in. We'd have to lose 2 at each end, or 6 machines in total out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Would be down to 3 by 8, 14, no, 3 by 10, 30 instead of 42. If we reduced it so that these machines kind of lined up with the trains, and of course the other thing we could do, I guess, is to sort of create a little bit of the sort of hemispheric approach, just so that, you know, the travel is kind of more comfortable for the bots. But the one thing I do wonder about is whether the cost of all this extra power poles, rather than the substations we were using, is kind of clawing back some of the gain of squishing it up. But I mean, as you can see, it's a fairly tight little build at this point. Not working very hard either from the looks of things, because most of the iron is just sitting here, possibly because of the copper. Anyway, I've made a decision. I think we will do our launches first. That's always fun to get the show on the road. This will be the last launch that I do at this time, because the fusion reactor uses, where is it? It's in here. The fusion reactor uses 1600 of the portable fusion reactors per build, and we need 25 of them. The portable fusion reactors are there. They are 250 processing units, so 1600 by 25,000. No, 1600 by 250. Sorry. Gives you 400,000 processing units per build, which is probably what it says here. Indeed it does. 400,000 processing units. So that's a lot. We could benefit by trying to do this as we go through the research, especially the cheaper end of the research. But I'm not going to. I'm going to save it to the end. After we've finished research and we remove the research facility, I'm then going to expand processing unit capability, and this will be a good kind of test for that, while we potentially expand red as well to accommodate our massive push for the FTL drive, which is, let's take that away. The FTL drive is 8,000 of each of the level 3 modules. We need 25 of them, so that's 200,000 of each level 3 module. These other two things that are on there, the 8,000 processing units, it's something, but it's kind of just there as a bit of a joke. I mean, really, in comparison to the modules, it is. But there you have it. So yeah, I want to get our 220 per minute module production up and cracking, and doing 220,000 modules for a long sustained period in that end game. And so that's why we will be building up what we need in terms of sustainable circuit production to do that, because that'll be kind of a fun end-game challenge. We don't have to. We could obviously sort of, you know, as I said, get the fusion reactor done while the rest of the science happens, and make do with whatever production we can sustain out of what we've got. But I prefer the challenge. Keep the game interesting. Let's crank out the full 220 a minute for all three as our kind of final act while we build the faster than light drives, just to show everyone at Reddit that it can be done, because I'm sure there's still some that have their doubts. Anyway, where's our little train? Way up here. I guess I need to grab the engineering train and tell it to join us, because we won't be coming straight back here since we're not building another. We will instead be going over to copper, I guess, as the priority to sort that one out. But come along to the silo anyway, buddy. Yeah, this is one thing I can't really sort out. What's trains doing? 3.2, that's not too terrible. It's circuit network 4.41, and we're 0.21, which isn't too terrible. But it is a tad congested. As you can see, poor traffic trying to get out of here struggles. And I might even snip a little bit of this time, because this is kind of crazy. Where are you actually? Oh, you're trying to go in there as well. There we go. And here we are pulling up at the facility. Now, I'm not going to need to run over here, because remember we have the SpaceX combinator sitting there, which will count down for us. Let's pull this up as well. Let's get rid of that, or at least we can put it out to the side. So the SpaceX combinator should count down for us, as well as the stereophonic sound of multiple launches. See the combinator counting down as the count on this is going up, because we can't use this directly obviously to read, but with the SpaceX combinator we certainly can read the contents directly. Our train is here, so we'll be able to jump on board and try and do something about copper in the very near future. We might even need to set up another copper mine. To replace the one we're losing. So, as it often ends up with extreme playthroughs of SpaceX, the fusion reactors and the FTL drives remain the most outstanding. And it would be kind of handy to apply that stack rationalization that I've done to Iron 1 to, well, pretty much all our other stacks where it's appropriate, but I don't know how far we're going to get with that exercise. I mean, there is more stuff that we need to do. I think I mentioned it before. Out here, possibly even actually this one. Let's just have a quick look at how this one's going. No, that's fine. That's fine too. But may as well have a panned out shot this time of the launch. So this brings up our 24. Just one more to go. Does it matter if we find where it is? It looks like it's hiding up here. There you go. So this one will get the extra launch this time. And of course the movement on the tech is kind of imperceptible, but aside from a little bit of testing of minor changes in this mod for oh, that's quite a long list, isn't it? Basically we found a need to do a slight adjustment to handle when you have stations that get turned on and off. Mod wasn't especially handling that, because I don't have any, of course. Now there's the sort of reason why you have that is completely replaced by the mod, so there's no need to go there once you have it. But if you were putting it into a factory that uses that technique, the mod needs to, you know, not crash when that sort of thing gets invoked. And here we go, the last one. Pull back for that one as well. There it is, 25 Astrometrics labs, 50 more SpaceX components to go. We could build the fusion reactors, but we are not going to. So that will be the last launch for a little while. Let's go over to copper and sort it out. The iron is more an aesthetic and UPS thing. I want to go to... Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Let's just get out of there for a sec. I want to go to refuel copper 2. Let's just make sure there's fuel in here. Logistics system storage is 6,000. That should be plenty. So what is it called? Refuel copper 2. Okay. Pretty sure I won't have that one. Whoops. Pretty sure I won't have that one in this area because it's not typically somewhere I go to, but refuel copper 2, there you go, circuit condition, off we go. This isn't going to change for quite a while now, so I'm going to put that away. I guess we can pull this out and just see. There you go, it's shrunk back already to like it had the slider to go over the page or the limit of the screen that I've allowed. But there's no O's for one thing. Pretty sure the rest of those will go away in due course without flashing them constantly. Let's have a look at production. And I kind of want to see iron at 500k again. What's all time? 1.9. Yeah, screen circuits are getting very close to the 2 billion mark. Is that an achievement? I don't think even Very Silly Achievements has one for that. 250 million. Maybe we need a mass production 5 produce 2 billion electronic circuits. What do you call it though? If these are called where is it? If these are, it doesn't actually say from here, but if these are part of Silly Achievements, if they're Silly Achievements, then what do you call taking them even further? Very, very silly achievements. Seems to be faster going back up this way than it is going down that way. I think that's where the copper stacks up, so yeah, we definitely need to, I mean this should be full, they shouldn't all be lined up here waiting. So that's probably going as well as it should. As is that one really. Whoops, I want to stop. Manual. Let's back up. I'm not going to try and actually get onto this network just now. What I want to do is basically just I probably don't have enough rail. But we'll work with what I've got. Thanks, autosave. So I guess the basic idea is to move this lot over into the clear, sort of about here. Probably move it down actually as well. So all of those probably aren't working now, but that's okay. I don't know if I want to actually move this entrance. I might just modlet it. No, that's not coming off far enough. I'm going to want to go further than that. That might be good for the other side. So this one, I want to be 1, 2, sort of over here. I think something like that. Maybe just coming to about there. Real. Let's see if I have a mine in here. I have one of them. What's that one? That's no good. Probably my best bet is just to try and fit that in. Oh, let's use InfiniZoom. Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff down here that's completely useless. That is the only problem with that. Oh, and no stations. Ran out of boxes. I guess the best option most of those aren't even there. So what we want to do is probably actually just change these to supply chests. Of which we don't have enough. Because I didn't think of that before. So we'll just zero the request in these ones. Any more lying around here? I guess we'll take them for now. 12. let's make sure the slot is connected. What a mess. Let's make sure this one is connected. Whoa. So you have exhausted most of that. Oh. Yeah. Let's make a quick dash back to our train. I don't want to drag this whole process out too far, so what I might do is we'll just get this one done. We're only slightly lower, aren't we? Yeah. We'll get the one done. I will probably fix up this one off camera or something. Stations, there we go. Let's grab some of those as well, since we don't have any. I don't look like I need more track. It should do then. So yeah, this whole patch is kind of rapidly heading towards being on its last legs. I think is the fairest way to say that. Okay, so you I want to cover with, say, that. Now, is there any way I can get up here? Not with that guy over there. We can back it up though. How about we do that? So if we get down to here, tell it to go. Is it going to come up here? Yes, it is. Very good. Certainly what it should do. We have a few too many of these things, so it's not going to help. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to tell this guy to go there, and this guy to go there, and we are going to get rid of these train stops so that no more come up here. And we are also going to rip out all of these bits. And replace these ones with passive providers. Oops. So that one is stuck because of traffic trying to get through here and one too many going up there. Right, okay. That means that there is one of these signals where there should not be. should do. So that should actually force this to not do that next time. What else can we do here to clear this out? Looks like this area is now clear. And part of the reason for doing it is to access this area. I want to go down a bit further. One, two, no, there is wires along here. Clearly the density of this patch is not exactly great. I'm going to have to build those basically next to each other, unfortunately. Is there anywhere complaining? Not especially so. Let's fill this one out as well. Probably with this pattern. We seem to be missing a handful of speed modules. This one is completely without power. Let's try that. Good, this is cleared finally. Let us finish ripping it out. Might just leave that guy there. Oh, we need power for over here. That should do it. I'll leave this power pole there because I'm not exactly sure where everything's getting its power from. Although it does look like there is a reasonable coverage coming from this way at this point. Right, what we need to do is just get that and go like so. A little bit of manual tidy up. I bet you guys were expecting me to get clobbered by a train just then. But no such luck. No such luck. That probably can do that. And we'll just pick up those two. So that's the revision for that side. It should certainly be clearing a lot faster. This one, they should be waiting down here, but my plan basically, I guess, is just to move this whole thing down. I'm not going to do it on the camera just now. I think it is pretty much all we've got time for, so thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Oh, this is not powered. Let's just sort that out before we go. That one last thing. Why are you not powered? That's powered. It's not so much power as it's lacking one of these. Yeah, that's all it was. So, I mean, this should be overkill, really. I don't want to leave this little patch, so to share around speed modules when they have them. And that's kind of out of the way, but never mind. We'll backfill all of this soon enough. Over here, I just want to get rid of some of this excess network right now. Alright, that'll do. So, yeah. Oh, this isn't good. We need to restore that. Is that all of it? Yeah. So, thanks for joining me, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.